It's exercise time. You might be thinking, I'm getting ready to play golf. It's time to work on stretching the lower back. So I want to go over 10 simple exercises. You can use a golf club, you can use a t-shirt, you could use a broomstick. We're going to take this over our head with our feet shoulder length apart and do some very gentle stretching. One of the things that I see patients do on a regular basis is when they go through stretching that they jerk and jar themselves. We don't want that. We want to do a nice, slow, gentle stretch. And this lower hand, as you're going down, you'll pull, which will facilitate more of a stretch on the opposite side. So we're going to work on doing these 8 times and hold them for 8 seconds. Very, very simple, nice and gentle. 4 1,000. 8 1,000. Over to the opposite side, nice and gentle. Get in position, pulling down with the lower hand, keeping the elbows as straight as possible. That is a wonderful stretch. So you get the idea. That is only 1. You'll get to do 7 more. Next, what we would like to do is to go ahead and work on stretching the quadricep. In stretching the quadricep, what you can do is you can go up to a chair, you can put your hand on the wall, but for stability, you're going to go ahead, get the ankle, and pull very gently, giving yourself the stability. What a lot of people don't realize is that when they're stretching the quad, if you throw your pelvis a little bit forward anterior, you get a much better stretch, okay? So that's what we'd like you to do for the stretching. Again, one side versus the other. Give yourself great stability, okay? Throw that pelvis forward just a little bit, and you'll get more of a stretch into that anterior quad. Next, we're going to go with the calf stretches. I highly recommend going up against the wall. Okay, what you're going to do, most people when they do the calf stretches, they go up against the wall and then they start pushing, okay, and the ankle is up. What we want to do is we want to get both feet pointed straight onto the wall with the back foot totally flat to the floor. Then all you have to do is literally move your pelvis forward just a hair, and that will give you the stretch that you need. You don't have to worry about bouncing again, but you want to get that pelvis forward just a little bit and count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 6 1,000, 8 1,000. And it always feels so good, you always want to do the opposite side. Getting in position, feet nice and straight up, bringing that pelvis forward just a little bit, keeping those elbows slightly flexed, just a hair, okay? We're not going up to the wall with our head. Nice and gentle. 7 1,000, 8 1,000. Great stretches. Again, these stretches are going to help to stretch and strengthen our abdominal muscles, the extensors, the quadriceps, and the hamstrings, and work on developing core. Now what we'll do is we'll get ready for a groin stretch. And this is a modified lunge, if you will. So you're going to put the right knee down and the left foot is going to go forward. That knee is just going to go slightly over the ankle. We don't want to go too far forward, but it's going to go slightly over. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring that back knee, okay, back a little bit more. All right, what that will do is it's going to stretch that groin. Holding it again for 8 seconds. Same thing on the opposite side. You're going to go ahead, let that foot go forward, okay? The back knee, you're bringing back. You want to feel the stretch there. You only want to bring that knee slightly forward over the ankle. We don't have to go further than that, and you'll feel that stretch. Next, we'll go down and we'll do some seated and floor exercises. So some floor exercises. This is another groin stretch. As we bring the flats of the feet together, what we're going to do is relax the back, lift up the stomach, and then very gently just push the knees down with the elbows. So the elbows are going right up against the upper thigh. And just very gently, and then hold for the count of 8 seconds. 2 1,000, 4 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000. So we would do that 8 times. Next, we would go and do a simple back stretch. This is a great one actually to do right before you get out of bed. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay on your back, and by bringing the knees up with your hands on the lower portion of your thigh, you're going to very gently roll 2 forward and backward. And just do it for a count of 8 to 10 seconds. And it's very, very relaxing. You want to try and relax the neck while you're doing it. Very, very comfortable. Again, a great one to do while you're still in bed and getting up in the morning. Next, we're going to go ahead and do a lower back stretch. So basically by lying on your back with your hands flat and your feet flat on the floor, you're just going to take your knees and very gently let them roll from side to side. Holding it for a count of 8 seconds on the right. Coming back to center, feet stay flat, shoulders stay flat. And going to the left. And holding it for the count of 8 seconds. Nice, gentle stretches. Then we're going to do some abdominal firming or abdominal crunching. There's a couple different ways that you can do this. With the feet flat and the knees bent, you can go ahead and keep your hands here at the side with a relaxed neck. Come straight up. Holding it. All that exercise is coming from this upper area of the abdomen. Another one that you can do is very simply putting your hands across the chest with the neck relaxed, looking straight up at the ceiling, coming up and holding. Holding it for a count of 8 seconds. If you haven't been doing this in a long time, just coming up and holding for 2 to 3 seconds. Eventually, more often that you do this, that you will continue to be in that position and hold it. For the full 8 seconds. Great exercise for abdominals. Then we're going to do the hamstring stretch. By grabbing a towel, or a towel will work the best. Grab a towel, and while lying on the floor, you're going to go ahead and loop the towel behind one of the feet, and keeping behind your one foot, keeping your lower back as straight as possible, you're just going to go ahead and raise up a straight leg. So you don't really want that knee bent, a straight leg. And you will feel that all in the back of the leg here in the hamstring. So the towel goes along the arch of the foot and very gently coming straight and holding. Then, of course, you always want to do it to the other side because it feels so good. Keeping it nice and straight. And you're pulling, bending the elbows. Keep the other leg straight. For the count of 8 seconds. And last but not least, this is one of my favorites, is the back extension exercises. So what you're going to do is by lying on the floor, belly down, you're going to go ahead and start by leaning on your elbows. What you're doing is you're arching your back. Let that belly button sink down. Breathe as you allow that pelvis to just drop down and get into this stretch. As long as you feel comfortable with this, you're going to go ahead and you're then going to stretch out into an outstretched arm. Some people, what they'll do is they'll lift up the pelvis. You want to keep that pelvis down and keep the outstretched arm. If you have to move your hands a little bit more forward, you can do that. And for 8 seconds, then you can come down, you can relax, and then get into the next pose. Any questions with any of these particular exercises, just let me know on any of your visits. It'll be a pleasure to go ahead and review it. Thanks.